You can't just dismiss what I said like that. And you think you're always right? That's ridiculous.
Hollywood is glamorous, but beneath the glitter lies a darker truth.
You always twist the narrative. That's not true. Now take me.
At the heart of one of the most talked about feuds of the year is a single, controversial artwork, a nude depiction of Jennifer Lawrence, sparking outrage, confusion, and questions about consent in the art world. And Emily Ratajkowski, known for her own boundary-pushing work, found herself entangled in the drama. Tonight, we uncover the story behind the headlines, the unseen tension, and the emotional fallout in one of Hollywood's most complicated conflicts. The story begins in the world of contemporary art, where freedom of expression clashes with personal boundaries. A provocative artwork depicting Jennifer Lawrence was displayed in a major gallery, gaining immediate attention on social media. But there was a problem: Jennifer had not consented to this portrayal. The image went viral, sparking outrage from fans, celebrities, and even lawmakers questioning the ethics of art and celebrity rights. Jennifer Lawrence, beloved for her candid, everywoman persona, immediately expressed her distress. In a rare statement to reporters, she said, "I was shocked, hurt. It's one thing to be admired, but it's another to feel your privacy has been violated. I hope people understand that consent isn't optional." But what made the situation more complicated was the rumored connection to Emily Ratajkowski, herself an artist, activist, and provocateur in Hollywood's public eye. Emily, known for her bold stances on autonomy and body empowerment, became both a target of criticism and a voice in defense of artistic freedom. As the controversy grew, the media painted a narrative of rivalry, a story of two Hollywood icons, on opposite sides of a heated debate. But behind the headlines, the truth is more layered. It's a story about power, consent, and the boundaries of art in an era where everything is instantly shared online. To understand the full story, we need to look at the events leading up to the controversy. Jennifer Lawrence, celebrated for her Academy Award-winning roles, has always been fiercely protective of her image and privacy. Emily Ratajkowski, in contrast, has built a career challenging the very notions of ownership and objectification in the entertainment industry. And when their worlds collided over this artwork, emotions flared, and Hollywood was watching. Tonight, we'll explore what sparked the artwork's creation, how the women responded privately and publicly, the intense media scrutiny, and the fallout that followed. This is not just gossip, it's a case study in celebrity, consent, and the power dynamics of fame. Stay with us as we unravel every twist, every emotion, and every headline in the controversy that Hollywood can't stop talking about. The artwork that ignited the storm depicted Jennifer Lawrence in a raw, intimate form, sparking immediate outrage online. While some called it artistic freedom, others deemed it a violation of privacy. Jennifer, who had never been consulted, reportedly felt violated and betrayed. In an emotional Q&A with journalists, she admitted, "It's difficult to see yourself exposed in a way you never agreed to. It's confusing, frightening, and deeply personal." Her publicist released a statement emphasizing the importance of consent in any depiction of her likeness. Fans quickly flooded social media. #ProtectJenniferLawrence started trending within hours. Thousands shared their shock, demanding accountability from the gallery and the artist. But the story took an unexpected turn when Emily Ratajkowski entered the conversation, not as an accuser or ally, but as the creator's friend and occasional collaborator in the art world. Emily, a known advocate for body autonomy and women's empowerment, addressed the situation cautiously. In an Instagram Live Q&A, she said, "Art challenges us, but it should never harm. Consent matters. Always. I hope we can learn from this, to create responsibly while celebrating freedom." Her nuanced statement sparked debate. Was she defending artistic expression, or subtly criticizing the gallery and the artwork itself? The public narrative quickly became a feud, fueled by paparazzi speculation and late-night talk show segments. Headlines like, "Jennifer vs. Emily, Hollywood tensions boil over," and "Art or Exploitation?" A celebrity controversy dominated news feeds. For fans and media alike, the story became a blend of intrigue, anger, and fascination, the perfect storm for Hollywood gossip. The gallery itself was a pressure cooker. Attendees reported whispers, tense glances, and murmurs about the controversy. Journalists speculated whether Jennifer would confront Emily or the artist in person. The event highlighted Hollywood's complicated relationship with fame, art, and personal boundaries. Jennifer Lawrence, known for her candid, sometimes brutally honest interviews, has always been protective of her image. She once stated, "Fame doesn't mean you lose your right to say no." During a press Q&A, she tearfully added, "It's not just about me. It's about teaching respect. Everyone deserves a choice over their own image." But unlike typical celebrity drama, this controversy raised deeper questions. Where's the line between artistic freedom and personal violation? Emily, for her part, emphasized dialogue and responsibility. She avoided attacking Jennifer directly but urged artists to seek consent, saying in a media interview, "Empowerment comes from respect. Art should uplift, not exploit." Her comments added a layer of complexity. Hollywood fans were forced to confront the blurred lines between advocacy, artistry, and accountability. Online, fans divided into factions. Some accused Emily of hypocrisy, questioning whether she could truly separate her artistic expression from celebrity exploitation. Others defended her, applauding her careful stance in a highly sensitive situation. Meanwhile, Jennifer's fans rallied behind her, emphasizing consent and respect. The incident also sparked broader conversations in Hollywood about ethics, art, and the treatment of female celebrities. Panel discussions on news networks debated whether artists should be allowed to depict real people without consent. Legal experts were consulted on rights to image, privacy, and freedom of expression, turning what started as a single artwork into a nationwide discussion. For Jennifer, this was more than a controversy, it was personal. Her career, built on talent, humor, and authenticity, had always been her own. Now, she faced a situation that challenged her privacy, integrity, and agency. In a candid interview, she confessed, "I've always tried to be open, to share my life, but this felt like someone else taking that choice away. It hurts more than I can explain." The Hollywood art controversy wasn't just about a single image, it became a symbol of the ongoing struggle many celebrities face in an age where public perception can be manipulated instantly. For Emily, navigating this public storm required tact. She needed to uphold her credibility as an artist and advocate while avoiding direct confrontation with one of Hollywood's most beloved figures. She told reporters, "I wish Jennifer wasn't hurt. That was never my intention. I hope this opens a conversation about respect, freedom, and responsibility in art." Her response reflected years of experience balancing public attention, media scrutiny, and personal advocacy. The tension was palpable at the first major Hollywood gala following the gallery controversy. Jennifer Lawrence, ever composed yet visibly guarded, entered the room with her usual poise. But whispers followed her every step, questions about the controversial artwork, speculation about Emily Ratajkowski's position, and whether there would be a confrontation. Emily, meanwhile, chose a more subtle approach. Skirting the main red carpet, she avoided direct interaction with Jennifer, a deliberate choice to prevent any explosive confrontation. Fans and journalists noticed the avoidance immediately, sparking viral headlines. Hollywood stars dodge tense showdown, and art controversy heats up red carpet. The juxtaposition was striking. Two Hollywood icons, navigating fame, personal boundaries, and public scrutiny in a room filled with flashing cameras and eager reporters. Every smile, glance, and movement was analyzed, creating a narrative of tension that social media devoured within hours. Soon, talk shows picked up the story. Jennifer Lawrence, appearing on late-night television, was asked about the artwork. She responded carefully but firmly, "Art is one thing, but consent is another. It's important to respect people, especially when it's personal." Pausing, she added softly, "I hope this reminds people that even celebrities have feelings, and privacy is a right, not a privilege." Emily, addressing the controversy from the perspective of an artist and advocate, emphasized dialogue and responsibility. Artists have power, yes, but with that comes the responsibility to consider the impact of their work on real people, she said during a panel discussion. "I never intended harm, but I recognize the consequences, and that's why conversations like this are necessary." Her measured response fueled the narrative that this was not a simple celebrity feud, but a discussion about ethics, boundaries, and creative freedom. Online, the story went viral. Factions formed almost instantly, those defending Jennifer, those supporting Emily, and others arguing for a nuanced understanding of art, rights, and celebrity. Memes, think pieces, and heated comment threads proliferated, keeping the controversy alive for weeks. At a private industry party, the tension was palpable. Jennifer and Emily were in the same space, moving among guests but carefully avoiding each other. Sources reported that mutual friends acted as intermediaries, steering conversations and ensuring there was no direct confrontation. Every gesture, every glance was analyzed by industry insiders and social media sleuths alike. The avoidance itself became news. Headlines read, "Tense distance between Jennifer and Emily at industry event," and "Hollywood art drama intensifies." Fans speculated endlessly, was this the start of a deeper rift, or simply two professionals handling a sensitive situation with maturity? Jennifer remained composed. She said to a reporter, "I focus on my work, my family, and my principles. That's what matters. The rest, well, that's for the artists and their imagination." Her words were diplomatic, but they carried the weight of someone navigating a personal violation in the public eye. Emily, balancing her reputation as a public figure and artist, continued to promote her work while carefully addressing the controversy. She often spoke about the need for respectful representation in art, advocating for a world where creativity doesn't infringe on personal rights. In an interview, she admitted, "I wish this situation could have been avoided. I hope my words encourage respect without limiting creativity." Her message resonated with some, but critics argued she was sidestepping the deeper responsibility toward Jennifer. This period marked a high-stakes game of optics. Both stars were under intense scrutiny, Jennifer for defending her privacy and image, Emily for navigating her identity as an empowered artist. Media outlets debated endlessly. Was this a feud, or a larger cultural conversation about consent, celebrity, and art? The public was hooked. Every post, every interview became a headline. The controversy was no longer about a single artwork, it had become a lightning rod for debates about ethics, power, and accountability in Hollywood. Late-night hosts, entertainment news anchors, and online forums dissected every move, making this one of the most discussed celebrity controversies of the year. Fans were divided. Some praised Jennifer's courage and stance, calling her a role model for protecting her boundaries. Others admired Emily's thoughtful engagement with the ethical implications of art. For many, the incident became an opportunity to discuss broader issues, agency, artistic freedom, and the responsibilities that come with influence and fame. As the controversy simmered, both Jennifer Lawrence and Emily Ratajkowski decided to speak directly to the public. Jennifer, in an exclusive interview with a major entertainment outlet, expressed her frustration and exhaustion. Her voice trembled slightly as she said, "I never wanted it to become a spectacle. I just wanted my privacy respected. This isn't about hating someone, it's about protecting yourself, your work, and your dignity." She paused, looking down for a moment, then added softly, "It's exhausting to feel like every private hurt becomes public entertainment." Emily, meanwhile, addressed the accusations from the perspective of an artist and advocate. On a daytime talk show, she said, "Art can challenge, it can provoke, but it should never harm someone personally." She met the camera with sincerity, continuing, "I understand Jennifer's pain, and that was never my intention. I hope people see that we can respect boundaries while still celebrating creativity." Her tone was calm but carried the weight of someone navigating both responsibility and public scrutiny. The statement sparked a media storm. Headlines alternated between sympathetic portrayals of Jennifer and defenses of Emily. Social media exploded with hashtags from #JusticeForJennifer to #ArtMatters, igniting a frenzy of online debate. Fans and critics alike dissected every phrase, every gesture, every subtle facial expression captured on camera. As tensions escalated, reports emerged that legal teams for both celebrities were reviewing the situation. Jennifer's representatives were prepared to explore options to protect her image and intellectual property, while Emily's team emphasized artistic freedom and intent. Though no lawsuits were officially filed, the possibility loomed, keeping the story in the headlines and creating a cloud of suspense over Hollywood. The media speculated endlessly, analyzing every nuance, every carefully chosen word. Entertainment outlets painted a picture of a Hollywood standoff, a clash between personal boundaries and artistic expression. Fans pored over Instagram stories, tweets, and interviews for hidden meanings, trying to understand the truth behind the drama. Their paths continued to cross indirectly. At charity events, galas, and art exhibitions, Jennifer and Emily maintained a careful distance, aware that a single misstep could reignite the controversy. Photographers captured subtle gestures, a glance, a nod, a polite smile, and social media exploded with speculation. One fan tweeted, "Is that a smile of truce, or just Hollywood politeness?" Every gesture was scrutinized. Fans began creating narratives of their own. Some argued that Jennifer's stance empowered women to set boundaries, while others admired Emily's commitment to artistic dialogue and advocacy. The story evolved beyond celebrity gossip. It had become a cultural conversation about consent, respect, and responsibility in the public eye. Behind closed doors, mutual friends and colleagues worked to mediate the situation. Tense dinner meetings and private discussions were held where representatives from both sides tried to find common ground. The goal was simple: prevent public escalation while allowing both celebrities to maintain their integrity and careers. Yet every media leak, every social media post, kept the public emotionally invested, speculating, and analyzing. The controversy's emotional angle captivated audiences. Jennifer's resilience in defending her dignity inspired some, while Emily's articulate defense of creative freedom resonated with others. It became a lesson in navigating fame, accountability, and the power of media amplification, and the human cost behind every headline. As weeks passed, the story began to take on a new dimension. Entertainment media started framing the situation as a cautionary tale about celebrity culture, the internet's role in amplifying personal conflicts, and the delicate balance between privacy and public persona. Analysts noted that the narrative was no longer about a single controversial artwork. It was about the larger dynamics of Hollywood, social media, and accountability. For Jennifer, it was a reminder of the challenges of maintaining authenticity in an industry that constantly scrutinizes women. In a reflective interview, she said, "Sometimes you wonder if speaking up makes things worse, but staying silent feels like surrender." For Emily, it reinforced the responsibilities that come with public influence and creative expression. She admitted, "I've learned that freedom comes with responsibility, and words and art have consequences." Together, their story highlighted how personal conflict, when magnified by media and fandom, can spark broader cultural conversations. As the weeks turned into months, the public's attention shifted from raw outrage to analysis. Celebrity allies began weighing in. Close friends of Jennifer praised her for setting clear boundaries and standing up for herself. Meanwhile, Emily received support from the art community, emphasizing her dedication to creative freedom and nuanced storytelling. The narrative expanded beyond gossip. It was now about the responsibilities of influence, the ethics of artistic expression, and the human cost of fame. Actresses, directors, and even musicians shared their perspectives. Some wrote about the importance of protecting personal dignity, while others highlighted the need for dialogue between creatives. Jennifer commented on the public support, saying, "It's touching to see people stand up for respect and dignity. It reminds me why honesty matters." Emily, too, acknowledged her supporters. "I appreciate those who understand nuance, that we can protect and respect people while still exploring creativity." Media coverage intensified as journalists traced the controversy's roots and implications. Opinion pieces debated whether the feud reflected deeper systemic issues in Hollywood: gender dynamics, power imbalance, and the pressure on female celebrities to navigate both public scrutiny and private disputes. The conversation extended to talk shows, podcasts, and YouTube channels, captivating millions worldwide. Fans were deeply engaged. Some empathized with Jennifer's frustration at feeling undermined, while others respected Emily's insistence on defending her creative vision. Social media campaigns and fan theories ran rampant, amplifying the controversy. Every public appearance, every post, and every interview was analyzed and shared, keeping the narrative emotionally charged. Behind the scenes, representatives from both camps worked tirelessly to prevent further escalation. Private mediation meetings focused on clarifying misunderstandings and exploring potential collaboration. Hollywood insiders reported that while both Jennifer and Emily held firm to their positions, they also demonstrated a willingness to listen. Respectful dialogue slowly began to replace public tension. These quiet efforts were largely invisible to the public but laid the groundwork for a gradual easing of hostilities. Jennifer reflected privately, "It feels strange to let things go without making a public statement, but sometimes peace is worth more than headlines." Emily added, "Understanding doesn't mean conceding, it means acknowledging. That's how progress starts." Over time, subtle signs of reconciliation became visible. Both appeared at high-profile events, maintaining professionalism and cordiality. Fans speculated endlessly, but the lack of public escalation indicated a truce. The feud, once explosive, began to fade, replaced by admiration for both women's resilience, talent, and capacity for grace under pressure. The controversy ultimately became more than a celebrity feud. It became a discussion on empowerment, boundaries, creative expression, and the human side of fame. Jennifer Lawrence and Emily Ratajkowski, through their conflict, reminded the world that even in the glare of Hollywood lights, personal dignity and artistic integrity matter, and that sometimes, understanding comes quietly, behind closed doors. Looking back, the feud will be remembered not just for the drama, but for the lessons it offered, about navigating fame, handling public scrutiny, and respecting both personal and artistic boundaries. Fans, media, and even fellow celebrities continue to reference the incident as a touchstone for discussions about Hollywood ethics and the complexities of creative collaboration. And while the cameras no longer flash directly on this controversy, its impact lingers. It shaped conversations about celebrity accountability, gender dynamics in Hollywood, and the balance between personal dignity and professional ambition. Jennifer and Emily, in their unique ways, turned a heated feud into a story of reflection, resilience, and subtle resolution. So, what do you think about this Hollywood art controversy? Did Jennifer and Emily handle it with the right mix of courage and grace? Or should things have gone differently? Comment your thoughts below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more deep dives into Hollywood's most dramatic moments. Every feud, every controversy, every untold story, we bring it to you in full, with honesty, analysis, and all the drama you can handle. So, what do you think about this Hollywood art controversy? Did Jennifer and Emily handle it with the right mix of courage and grace? Or should things have gone differently? Comment your thoughts below. We love reading your opinions and hearing your take on Hollywood's most dramatic moments. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a story like this. Share it with your friends who love celebrity news and intense behind-the-scenes Hollywood stories. And remember, every feud, every controversy, every untold story has lessons about life, respect, and courage. Stay tuned, because we bring you the full story, the drama, and the truth behind Hollywood's most talked about moments. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.